Hey, this is Kat with Love Your Weed, and we're gonna decide what strain of weed you need today. So, we all know that marijuana can be used as a recreational or medicinal plant. So, for those of you looking for recreational uses and stuff, I will have another video on that, but that is not what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm talking about medicinal uses for cannabis, which strains we want to use, and exactly what are they doing for us. So we know that when we smoke weed recreationally, we're looking for like the giggles, and we're looking for that euphoria and the uplifting effect, most of us anyway, when we're talking about recreational use. Um, there's the uplifting, drives you to have more conversations, a little more philosophical, well, like what's the meaning of life and all that good stuff. And you could stare at a dollar bill for an hour and be like, wow, did you know they put this and that classic stoner stuff? Okay, what we need to talk about is when something is wrong with our bodies and we're looking for treatments, and there's a great number of pharmaceutical treatments out there, um, but we would like to use as many herbal treatments as possible. What does cannabis do for it? It's an anti-anxiety, it's an antidepressant, it's a pain reliever, it's an anti-inflammatory. It helps with it's an antioxidant. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if you call it an antioxidant. I'm not going to pretend I'm a doctor. I'm going to have to put some sort of disclaimer down there. I am not a doctor or a sort of medical professional. All I understand is marijuana. I understand having chronic pain and having chronic medical illnesses, and I understand how marijuana has changed my life and how it has positively affected my experiences. But I am not in any way trained, licensed, or any way a professional. So, when we have indica and we have sativa, and people kind of talk about them like they're opposites or something like that, but they're really not. Indica and sativa are really similar. um, they have a lot of similar effects on our body. It's really, honestly, it's us. And how I've heard people tell me that when they smoke indicas, they're wide awake and they clean their houses. And if I were to smoke an indica only, I'd be out like a light, and be couch locked in a heartbeat. So I would not want a straight indica. And other people tell me that they smoke sativa and take a nap. Um, when really it's supposed to be the opposite. So there's no absolutes here. Everyone's experiences are their own. They're interesting, unique, and I'm here to tell you what the most common experiences are. So for one, for sleep, pain, and for appetite, we usually look to indicas. Indicas are more sedating, so they're going to bring you down from any anxiety also. So they're really great for anti-anxiety. Um, they they work for anti-anxiety unless you're really physical. Um, for me, indicas do not work for my anxiety because I'm extremely sensually driven in my anxiety. So my heart starts to increase if my heart rate goes up, or if I start sweating or anything like that, then I'm really aware of it, and then boom, my anxiety goes up. So, indicas for me are very, I can feel them in my body. There's bodily sensations happening, and the more bodily sensations I can feel when I'm anxious that are abnormal, the more anxiety I get. So indicas are not good for me, but they're good for like 98% of people out there that I've talked to. They say indicas are great for their anxiety. For me, total panic attack. Sativa, also, if I go straight sativa, way too much energy, way too uplifting, heart's beating too fast, not enough, bring me down, and boom, I'm having another anxiety attack. What works for me then? Hybrids. Hybrids is like, that's where the sweet spot is. And like, imagine like Indica and Sativa on a little like linear path kind of together. And, the sweet spot is right in the middle with blending them together, Indica and hybrid. Okay, so seriously though, Indica and hybrid, or Indica and Sativa hybrids, are the way to go. And what changes things there is two things. One, the percentages that you have, whether it be a 50-50, 30-70, 60-40, in which direction it goes in, and then also your terpene profile, which I have an entire video on the terpene profile, which is a really, really important thing to understand if you're going to use cannabis as medicine. So go ahead and tune in for that in the future. If I haven't made things clear, let me try to clear them up now. Indicas are good for pain, for sleep, for appetite. Sativa is good as an antidepressant, anti-anxiety, and any other like cerebral effects that we're looking for, healing from PTSD, getting up during the day, feeling like we need to interact with people when we're having social anxiety. All of these things, these are the medical effects that we have from marijuana that we're looking for. Believe me, there are so many more. I'm going to do a video that's for all of you fellow geeky 420ers out there. I will show you some serious science when it comes to marijuana. It's pretty interesting. For all the rest of you who have had enough of science and are ready to smoke some weed, I'll see you later, because so am I. Have a happy 420. Take care.